Hello and welcome back to another episode of Into the 99, where we've got 99 cards because Commander's number one. I am one of your hosts, Daniel. I am here with Sherman. Sherman, how you doing today?
I'm cold. I'm sick and tired of winter.
Yeah, it was so nice, and I
I'm
just dumped
so
snow.
sick and like we went from plus like 20-degree weather last week, and in one day went to minus 27 with three like or 30 centimeters of snow. Almost 2 feet. Okay, like that's such a drastic swing. Like my migraines are going nuts. Like, I can't sleep well because of it. How about you?
I had such a bad headache the other day because it was like Celsius, at least. It was like a almost 30-degree swing. Like it was like minus 20,
Yeah,
23 or 24 to like 10 in a span of a few days. And now it's like back to minus 15. It's the, yeah,
including the wind chill.
Yeah, it's up and down for sure, and it is tiring to deal with and stuff. I did want to go up play some games this week, but I just at the end of the week I was like, you know what? I'm just relaxing. I did stop out last night. I saw Frank. I was telling Sherman, Frank gave me a bunch of donated stuff to get some to get some nice new decks going. So I'm very excited and yeah, it was really cool to go and grab those. That's the rest of my plan for the day is to sit and go through these cards because it's like a ton of the stuff I didn't buy things from, right? Like Edge of Eternities, all that stuff. So I'm very excited. So again, thank you very much, Frank. That is so cool. I'm too excited. So yeah, that's all I've been like. I've just been all week just like rubbing my hands, being like, I gotta get in these cards. Um, the one of the recent things I wanted to do a episode on a different topic, but Slothy has slipped and fallen. He can't get up. So we no, he's Slothy's just away for the week and stuff. So I did want to chat about something different, but we'll save that for another one. It is it's coming up on the Pride Month event again and everything, and I love the way that they do Pride Month because I think it's very cool, and that's how I build cards. I love to build all of these. Like I like to build illegal pairings. I think as long as you're being fun, it's pretty easy to convince a play group that it's all right. Like I'm never gonna be able to like convince people that my illegal commanders are dockside extortionist and like whatever the blink one is, weathered wayfarer or something. Not yeah. What's the
Yeah,
blue blink one?
yeah.
You know what I'm talking about, right?
Uh, I know which one you're talking about. There's so many though. Like Link's such a huge strategy, but like I totally get what you're talking about.
Yeah, and it's just yeah the I I I I wish that I had the patience to sit and explain to everyone that like yes, the world won't end if you sit and just tell people, "Hey, I'd like to try this other commander. I'd like to do this." People are understanding of it. They don't mind. So, we got the where is my button? The announcement is that they're going to give us a Gilded Lotus for participating in this event. And I just like to build these decks kind of in general anyways. So, let me go over to my pop up. There we go. Sorry. There we go. The Gilded Lotus. So we get a nice Chandra Nissa Gilded Lotus. Gilded Lotus is it's kind of fallen off the wayside. People don't put it in like decks too much, but I still like Gilded Lotus a lot. It's a nice five colorless artifact. You get three. The whole point of the event is that you like everything has partner. It's June 5th to 14th, or if you are like me, it's every day of the year. You just play what you feel like playing because that is the right way to play Magic. And yeah, I really just like the event every time they do it. It makes me pretty happy because it just validates my favorite silly play style of do what you want and people will have fun. So I wanted to talk about oh yeah, if you want any of the cards we're about to talk about, by the way, and if you ever want any of these promos and stuff after, you don't get one from the event, you can always go over to our lovely friends here at houseofcards.ca. Promo code IT99. That's going to get you a discount on any of the cards you get. They have a great stock, fast shipping, and they're really nice to deal with. And if you want nice places to put them, like a good old commander tray, you want nice sleeves, you want tokens because you're doing your Adeline deck and you need human tokens attacking everyone, you're going to go to nerdgear.ca. Promo code again, IT99 for any Commander Essential kit, playmats, any of those kind of things. It is really a great company. And I just really like the sleeves. I'm out of their sleeves already. I just put, I think, 25 decks in those sleeves, and I need to do another order again already. It doesn't ever really stop. So, with that being said, now keep in mind with my nice spiel about okay, I really I really like to play this. You have to keep in mind that you guys are on my side with this deck. You gotta believe me that I'm not a bad person because the theme of this deck to me very funny. It's funny conceptually. It's not that funny. Not funny in real life. But our pairing today is Donna and Duggan. These are Doctor Who commanders, and they're like one of the only cards I like from Doctor Who because Donna Noble gives us a brash taunter effect from the from the command zone. Donna Noble is 3 in a red for a 2/4 human with soul bond. You can pair it with another creature when it enters. Whenever Donna or a creature is paired, it's paired with his dealt damage. Donna deals that much damage to target opponent. So we have a brash taunter effect, and that is awesome. Donna has to take the damage and we can do it. Donna does have Doctor's Companion. There's another Doctor card I like to pair it with. Doesn't It's not a Doctor. Human Detective, different line of work. But we have Duggan, Private Detective. Don't know if that's how you say the name. It's how I'm saying it for the episode. It is two, a green and a blue for legendary creature, Human Detective, star. Dugan's power and toughness are each equal to the number of cards in your hand, which is awesome. We've got a big commander on the field. We've got a brash taunter on the field. When Dugan enters or attacks, we investigate. So another great way to get drawing going is on the detective theme. Then Dugan has this ability, which is where the deck is built around, called the most important punch in history. One, a green, a tap. Dugan deals damage equal to twice its power to another target creature. Activate only once. So number one, we need to be able to get rid of Dugan, either blink Dugan, have Dugan re-enter, or we need ways to sacrifice our gigantic power Dugan so that he can deal the most important punch. Because we have, again, it's a damage doubler, and we have Donna. So Dugan's entire job is to punch Donna, whack, just gives her the most important punch in history, and then we're going to try and basically one shot our opponents with this ability because all we need is 20 cards in hand or 20 power, and we can full kill someone. Not even commander damage. We can just blast someone, and it's a lot quicker than you think. So these commanders really do pair well together. You could this is basically a draw deck, so you could do like a Xeris style deck with this if you wanted to put a like legal commander. I'm sure there's lots of other like in the color options, but again, understand you're on my side. It
So
it it
horrible.
it hurt.
So
It hurts me as much as it hurts my opponents to say I'm going to do the most important punch on in history to Donna. Ugh! It's
so
not.
horrible.
Yeah,
So horrible. So horrible.
it's a bad concept, but it is a fun deck, and it is, I don't know, it's pretty funny.
Okay.
The fact that you have an
Yeah.
ability called
Boom past the concept.
the boo at the
Yeah.
concept is fair. The most important punch in history is it's a hilarious ability to announce. Um, it is also like it is a piece of removal if you do want to get rid of someone else's thing. Like you can really punch
Yeah.
someone's Voltron right in the head with this thing.
Yeah. Because like, oh, too bad it's only target creature. If it was to anyone, then yeah. But yeah, I guess target creature. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why again, if it wasn't target creature, we could just punch our opponents. We wouldn't need Donna. We wouldn't need Donna's noble sacrifice.
Fine. Fine. Let's
Yeah.
go. Let's go through the ramp here. I'll start it off here. Oh, we have an Arcane Signet. This is the new one from the Turtles. Ooh. For 2 mana, tap to add 1 mana of any color in your commander's color identity.
Yep. We have a cultivate again. It's me. I like simple cards. 2 and a green. Search your library for up to 2 basic lands, reveal them, put one onto the battlefield tapped and the other into your hand. Then we shuffle up.
And then we have the expensive Decanter of Endless Water for 3 mana. Artifact. You have no max hand size and you tap to add 1 mana of any color. I am so surprised that this is only $6 now. When this first came out, I tried to buy as many as I could, and it was like only for like $1 at most. And now it's $6. Are you crazy? Holy smoke!
I have taken so many of these cards. I cannot wait. I love them. They did really go up in price. Like this is a common. It's one of the I think this and Triumph of the Hordes are like some of the most expensive commons that exist.
Yeah, no one cared for this when it came out during like Baldur's Gate or Yeah, it was from, Baldur's Gate, wasn't it? Like, it's
Yeah,
D&D set for sure,
I've seen so many people
but,
move
yeah,
away
no
from.
one cared for it.
I've seen so many people move away from the 3 mana rocks, and, like, I see all these, like, discussions online of, like, I'm running 40 lands a deck, and I've got a then I'm smoothing it out. I'm like, "Why don't you just put, like, a command sphere in there? Like, why don't we just go back to that?" There's I love the 3 mana rocks and stuff. It just a lot of times, I'm very happy if I hit a hand with that has, like, a 3 mana piece of ramp, like a Cultivate, Decanter, 2 lands. I'm like, "This is gonna sort itself out. We're gonna work it out."
Yeah, people just wanna, like, you know, win by turn 6, win by turn 7 kinda deal. I'm like, "Nah, I don't care. I just wanna sit back, enjoy having conversations with my friends, let it be turn 10, let it be turn 12. I don't care. The game will eventually end."
Yeah. It's, I don't want I wanna laugh at the concept of my deck. Nobody wants to rush through that. We gotta work up to it. Next here we have our Farseek. It is 1 in the green. You search your library for a plains, island, swamp, or mountain, put it onto the battlefield tapped, then you shuffle.
And then after that, we have Ketria Crystal for 3 mana. It's an artifact. You can tap it to add a green, blue, or red, and it has cycling from 2. I haven't seen these for a while because they came from Ikoria. And once again, we want to go back to Ikoria.
I would love a big reprint of all these crystals when we do Ikoria again. They were such cool pieces.
That'd be sweet. That'd be sweet.
Uh,
Yeah.
we have probably the best piece of ramp or ramp adjacent in the deck right now, which is Myth Unbound. I love Myth Unbound. It is 2 and a green. Your commander costs 1 less for each time it's been cast from command zone, which is awesome because, as I said, we can only do the most important punch in history 1 time, and then we can only Donna is not indestructible like a brash taunter. Donna is taking this damage. So we are going to be recasting our commanders a ton of times. So whenever your commander is put into the command zone from anywhere, we also get to draw a card, which is phenomenal for when we're throwing away 2 commanders constantly. Our commander tax is only getting up to 1 or like 1 extra one, which is wonderful. And then yeah, it's just a great piece. I really really like Myth Unbound, and you really don't see it played too often. But when you have partners, it does really help out. So do all the backgrounds are really, really helpful in a partner kind of deck where it's just like commanders you cast have or you control have. Yeah.
And then after that, we have a Rampant Grow for 1 in a green. Sorcery. Search your library for a basic land card. Put that card on the battlefield. Tap, then shuffle.
Yep. Nice and easy. We have Soul Ring, just one. We get our tap for 2 mana. Honestly, lately, really quickly,
Whoop.
lately, I enjoy a hand that has like an arcane signet or one of my crystals more than a Soul Ring start because like having that color fix in your opening hand just feels great.
Yeah. Like I've been slowly kind of like forgetting to put Soul Rings into my deck lately just because like I play with a lot of colored pips now, right? Because I'm trying to go away from artifacts and trying to play with more colored pips and everything because it's more challenging. And unfortunately, because I when I do that, Soul Ring doesn't really cut it anymore because it doesn't give me pips.
Well, the route that you went with the shredder deck, right? With all those like the blood pets, those kind of things.
Yeah,
I went hard into that onto my Eridu deck because I was like, this is awesome. This is such a cool way to like reimagine like a ramp thing. It is fun to like have like a different style of it. But yeah, it's the same thing. Like I'm generally trying to that's why I play so many of the Sky Diamond, Fire Diamond kind of things, right? I just like to have that like access to my other colors and not worry about it. That's why I like a cultivate, like those kind of things. That's why I buy the whatever the new turtles one, the explosive technique or something that's just a new explosive vegetation, but then a cultivate if you can sneak. I love stuff like that. That's really,
yeah.
really cool for me.
Sneak, sneak. I have to play around with it still. So, but I think we're gonna break it pretty fast here.
I went and
Anyway,
I started my stack. I was visiting Frank at the desk there, and then I started my turtle stack. So I just picked up a bunch of them, and I got to go through them. Frank gave me one of the packs too. Yeah, new generations technique. That's the one. I got all of the all of them that were there. I'm a simple man. I
That's
like my ramp.
that's too many. That's too many.
No.
All right. Next one we have is going to be Sylvan Scrying for 1 in a green. It's a sorcery. Search your library for a land card. Reveal it, put it into your hand, then shuffle.
We in our lands, generally speaking, it's a draw deck. Reliquary Tower is going to be the most important land you can get in a draw deck. Always. If you can fetch it. If you need to color fix with it, it is what it is, but you want a Reliquary Tower out as quick as possible. Next we have our Talisman of Creativity, just two colorless. You tap for a colorless, or you get a blue or a red and deals 1 damage to you. I love all the talismans. They are, like I said, I love that 2 mana color fix in my opener.
Yeah. And then the next one we do have is another talisman, but this one is Curiosity for 2 mana. Tap 4 colors, or you can tap it to add a green or a blue, and it deals 1 damage to you.
Yep. I love to run as well. The next card we have here, Attempt with Discovery. You see so many people that are like, "Don't do it, don't take the deal," and stuff like that. Every time I do it, the politics process is very simple. I am going to get this land. I am using this as a 4 mana fetch my Reliquary Tower. I'm getting Reliquary Tower no matter what. Now you guys can get a land if you want, and I'm only gonna get. I'd say like I'll get a basic. I'm gonna get maybe a Guild Gate. I'm getting this Reliquary Tower though. You're not stopping me. You're only stopping yourself from having joy if you do that. Like I tell them, it's already, I'm going to get this and stuff. If you're using Temple Discovery to be like, I'm fetching a Gaia's Cradle or a uh what is the, I can't even think, I'm too tired. Tabernacle. If you're fetching like nonsense like that, oh, I'm gonna be getting Cabal Coffers and Urborg, so watch out with your, no. I'm going to get Reliquary Tower and junk. You guys do you. I'm trying to help you out. I'm playing silly stuff, but I'm getting the card I want. I don't understand the, oh well, we don't do the tempt stuff. Like you're playing against a green player who's already ramping like this. They're getting the land they want. It's already happening. Get the one you want. That being said,
Just have everyone get a Field of Ruin. Just have everyone take Field of Ruin and destroy all the non-basics and just bring out more basics and call it a
I
day.
I have so I have so many people tell me that they're just like, oh well, I'm just gonna get like a strip mine, and I'm like, you're welcome to do that. It's time of discovery. Know that the most important punch in history is coming at you every time. I'm killing every creature you have with it with Dugan for the rest. I'm just punching your Llanowar elf. Take 50 damage. Shabam. You know that's you do you. But no, it is like the Field of Ruin is a nice way. You're like, yeah, everyone's getting basics. We're hanging out. Field of Ruin should be in way more decks.
Yep. Yeah,
There's
yeah,
there's too much good land right now to not.
yeah. There's so much like land, like oh my goodness. There's so many. They need more things like Blood Moon. I
That's
hate to say it,
that's
but
a crazy take, Sherman. Take it back. That hurts me. So
Is either that or more land destruction. I don't know. Like people have to start playing with like land removal. It's getting on a hand how strong. Like if you're the kind of person who's like, oh, like land destruction is just is like we don't need it. No one plays it or anything for a reason. It's like yeah, but like then you're giving people that have things like Field of the Dead an opportunity to go rampant, right?
yeah,
Like you need stuff like that. Someone has a maze of if you need to get around it. You need to destroy it. Someone has a rogue's passage and their commanders of Voltron, like 40-40 that's coming to your face. Like, come on. Like you need to have some kind of land destruction. I don't care if it's like, five or just single targeted. You need something. So
if you're playing a Voltron deck and you have nothing to deal with land, a Maze of Ith hoses your whole deck. It just a one piece of utility land ruins your attacker.
yeah, 100%. So
It's
but let's
uh,
move on. Let's finish off the ramp section
one
here.
sec, one sec. I didn't even read what Ted with Discovery is. So it has tempting offer, and you should be
Oh,
tempted always. Search your library for a land, any land, put on the battlefield, untapped, let them have access to it. Each opponent may search the library for a land put on the battlefield. For each who does search their library this way, you get another land put on the battlefield, and each player who search shuffles. So you can end up with 4 lands pretty easy, but you're getting one and the most important land you need.
and then after that, we're getting a Thought Vessel for 2 mana. Once again, you have no max hand size and you tap it for a colorless. And that's all of our ramp.
Yeah, very very important to have no max hand size in a draw style deck. Okay, next we have our blink section, and it has one card in it because I'm not very creative. So our blink is just Conjurer's Closet at the end step. We want Dugan in and out every turn so we can keep using that punch if we want to remove things while we build up. Once we have this out, we don't really have much ETB in the deck, which is why we didn't go hard into the blink spells. But we do just have this passively because I can throw Dugan at creatures this way, right? I can do the most important punch to your creatures, remove it, it's back because we can only do it once. So Conjurer's Closet, just 5 mana, beginning your end step. You may exile target creature you control, then return to the battlefield under your control. Boop, boop. Our next section is draw, and it's huge.
And to start off the draw, I'm gonna have here is the Alhammer's Archive. I love this card, it's so good. For 5 mana, it's a legendary artifact. If you would gain life, you gain twice that much life instead. And if you would draw a card, except the first one you draw in each of your draw steps, draw 2 cards instead. It's so strong. For 5 mana, it's not bad.
Yeah, I like it. The next one's like a third of the whole draw list price, so you could just replace this and really cut this budget down, basically. It's Anvil of Garden, and it's an old card, but I really, really like this. It's 2 mana. Each player skips his or her discard phase, so kind of everyone has no max hand size now. During each player's draw phase, they draw an additional card and then they discard a card. So you just discard one card and step. Even if you got 20 cards in hand, we're good to go.
Man, oh, such a fun card. Anyways, next one's gonna be Body of Knowledge for 3 double blue. It's a creature that's an avatar, has star for power and toughness. So power and toughness are equal to the number of cards in your hand. Nice. You have no maximum hand size, which is also nice. The next part's the fun one. When Body of Knowledge is dealt damage, draw that many cards. So you're gonna punch the Body of Knowledge so we can draw a bunch of cards.
Dugan
Yay!
doesn't discriminate. He's handing out lefts and rights, just whack. But yeah, that is a good way to double your hand size. It's also another, again, it's another pseudo of our commander where we care about the number of cards in hand for power. It's kind of a little backup commander if we need to and stuff. And we've got some ways to throw it and deal with its power like that. This is going to be a big power creature, but yes, it's a phenomenal blocker of. I've got a 10/10. Well, I'm holding 20 cards, so go ahead and let me draw more. Oh, me next. Sorry. Next we have our
You
brainstorm. Yeah, it's just one blue. Draw 3 cards. Put 2 cards from your hand on top in any order. I saw another thing too recently that's like people should stop playing this. It's not basically draw. It is draw. You're getting extra cards and you're restacking. They're like, well, you're putting your dead cards on. No, generally speaking, I want to brainstorm in my opening hand and I want to fix my lands. There's no cards in my deck I don't want in my hand. I want all of them. That's the point of a deck where I care about the power and toughness
you
is I want all of them in my hand. There's none that I'm like, put it away. No, I want them all in my hand. This is a color fixer for me.
that you do it that way. I use it differently, obviously. So, like I do use it for draw because I do manipulate the top card of my library quite a bit. But I understand where people are coming from. In the end, who cares?
The way
Just play.
the way that you should put cards in your deck is the following. Does this further my goal? And generally speaking, this does further my goal.
No. That's what you want to do if you want to be like more competitive
That
or whatever.
that's
If you
fair.
want to be a casual player, okay, be like, what does this card do? Does it do some funky stuff that no one has seen, but it's enjoyable? Yes, let's throw it in and
That's
see everyone's reaction.
that is fair.
That's what I'm talking about.
I do like silly
That's
stuff.
what
You're
I'm
not
talking
wrong.
about. And because of that, I want to dig for those cards. So brainstorm is very, very helpful.
That is fair.
The next card we're going to move on to here is going to be Candlekeep Sage for 2 and a blue. It's a legendary enchantment background, so it's going to affect both guys. Commander creatures you own have when this creature enters or leaves the battlefield, draw a card. Very nice.
Yeah. I like it. I like I said, I love the backgrounds with it. There's you can with any of the partner stuff, you can really, really stack stuff up with the backgrounds. It's pretty cool. We have a dictative crew fix next. One double blue. It's got flash. Beginning of each player's draw step, that player draws an additional card. We're group hugging.
Yeah, we're totally group hugging. Totally
We're,
see
we're
that.
group
Punches all
hugging.
around. Okay, next one I haven't seen in ages is gonna be Fevered Visions for one a blue and a red. It's an enchantment. At the beginning of each player's end step, that player draws a card. If the player is your opponent and has four or more cards in hand, Fevered Vision deals 2 damage to him or her. You know what I've started to play in my or put in my decks now because of my play group because of stuff like this.
Hmm.
Not because of Fevered Visions, but because we 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 like card draw. We promote card draw a lot. We have a lot of cards that always say like if no max hand size, we've already covered like a bunch of them.
Hmm.
I started throwing in Black Vice now.
That hurts. That's hurtful.
Old card for anyone who's interested. Black Vice is fun.
It's
So
that's they
let me
take
just get
damage
the
for the cards in hand, right?
yeah. So when it's only a single mana is a or colorless mana, it's an artifact. It's an old artifact. Basically, they've errated it. So but when it enters, you choose an opponent. Okay, and at the beginning of their upkeep, the artifact deals damage to them equal to the amount of cards they have in their hand -4. So if they have 7 cards in their hand, -4, they're going to take 3 damage. If you have 20, though, you -4. That person's taking
If
16.
you're sitting there like me and you have 40 cards in your hand threatening to punch the table and then you don't run removal because you're me. Uh-oh.
Yeah, yeah,
Get to my turn. Take 37 damage if you don't mind.
yeah. One, it's something that my play group has been going on and on and on again, and you can see that in our builds and our deck text and everything. We tend to do this quite often. So I started throwing in a Black Vice. Like I said, you want to be really good in the game. Play part of it's playing to the meta, right?
What an aggressive way
So
to
not
hose
playing to the
your
meta. Not
I was gonna say what an aggressive way to hose your Ristic Study player. Go ahead, draw away.
yeah, 100%. Go nuts, go nuts.
And it's
So
one.
yeah, for 1 mana.
There you go. See, we're group hugging. We're all group hugging around Fever Visions. We have another group hug card. I love to run this card. It's such a secret finisher all the time. It's so fun. Folio Fancies is one in a blue. Players have no max hand size. We're helping everyone out, so it gets left alone. XX, each player draws X cards, so it's a phenomenal place to just dump my mana at end step if I haven't cast anything. And it kind of lets me threaten that I have instants and sorceries in hand. I got like 20 cards in hand. Everyone who plays with me regularly knows that I don't. You know I don't have any removal or counter spells, but other people don't know that. So it lets me use that mana that I'm holding up and haven't used yet. But it has two in a blue. Tap it. Each opponent puts a number of cards equal to the number of cards in their hand from the top of their library into their graveyard, which is it's a wonderful like alternate win con that people don't see coming, and it's also great top deck manipulation. If people go and stack their top deck like Sherman likes to do, or they tutor to the top and step, I'll tutor this. I pay 3, mill those.
So frustrating. So frustrating. That's why I like things like Codex Shredder. People just don't expect it.
Yep. Well, exactly. It sits there unknown. No one cares about it. No one has any fear about it. And then all of a sudden, yeah, just why don't you go ahead and toss that in the grave? It's so funny every time. Just yeah, I two to the top.
Yeah.
I draw. Nope.
Yeah, let's scheming symmetry. Let's do that. Oh, you wanted that? Oh, all right.
Yeah,
That
let's
was
see what you
gone.
wanted. Yeah, that's mean.
So mean. I've done that only once, and that was it. I'm like, I'll never do. It's the person was so salty. I'm like, oh yeah,
Uh,
okay.
That's fair. I respect that. You take us away, Sherman.
Sorry, I had something stuck in my throat. Anyway, next card here we have is going to be Font of Mythos for 4 mana. Artifact. At the beginning of each player's draw step, that player draws 2 additional cards. They need to reprint this so bad.
They really do. I like overwhelming people with the number of cards in their hand. I, a lot of people are eh, there's not a good way to say it. A lot of people aren't wonderful at thinking their turn through, right? Like they want to wait for all of the knowledge they get, see what everything is. Like I start whatever I'm playing, I'm holding. If Sherman's the next player in line, I'm planning what I'm playing then. and then I adjust that based on any new knowledge I need to. But basically, I know what I'm doing. I know that like Sherman's problem, I got to get to this. Slothy's problem, I got to get to this. Right. When you overwhelm people with cards like this, the Fevered Visions, the Font of Mythos, the Anvil, the Dictate, that you give people all these other options, and a lot of people like kind of start to feel rushed and panicked. They're like, I got to figure out what to do, and now, well, this changes everything. Like I'm sure every play group has heard the like, well, this changes everything. This is what I was gonna do, but now I can do this. It really does change the game up, and it's very easy to just be like, yeah, like I'm helping you out. I'm helping you get to your mana. We're friends. We're group hugging. Leave me alone. Leave Dugan
Yeah,
alone.
no. Like, yes, I agree. There are people that are like that, and then there's people like Brian. Okay, Brian, like he'll be like, oh, I have 9 cards in my hand. You're making me want to use my removal. I want to be efficient. I don't want to just discard, but I need, like, and then you force them to basically use the removal on something early and
Brian
create enemies.
Brian is a simple boy, and Brian is not leaving that removal. He's not wasting that mana. He's casting it. He does
Yeah,
not care. He's
he
casting.
hates to waste the cards. He hates to waste resources. So you have people like that. They're just gonna be like, oh, I have like a path to exile. Well, you get a land. Here you go.
I am as well. If people want to exile Dugan and give me that much life, I'm okay with it. We're all right. He's coming back. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. Next we have greater good, which is if you need to again, we have to get rid of the commander to reuse the ability. We either got to blink it, and we don't have ETBs really in this deck. So we want kind of effects like this. Greater good's wonderful for it. Sack a creature, draw cards equal to the sack creature's power, then discard 3 cards. Well, this is like basically like a hand-sized doubler. It's a power doubler for our Dugan and stuff. Okay, I got 10 cards in hand. I sacrifice Dugan, so I draw 10 more. Now Dugan's going to be a 17/17 when he comes out.
So many good cards in this deck. So many good fun cards. Next one's gonna be a Horn of Greed for 3 mana. It's another artifact. When a player plays a land, remember, plays a land, that player draws a card. So things like cultivate don't count.
Yeah, you have to actually land drop.
Yeah,
I wish it
yeah.
was whenever a land entered. That would be bonkers. It's also a
Then
crazy price on a
it
card.
would not be $25. It would be more like an $80 card.
When I was looking at what like these some of these cards are, I'm just like, what? Why are they all so expensive? I'll throw up like a budget version like I always do, and I'll take some of these expensive nonsense cards out, but they're fun. Next we have our Howling Mine, because like I said, we're playing group hug. It's kind of like any relationship like this in person. We have to pretend we're being nice in order to punch Donna. You know what I mean? It kind of happens. So we have our Howling Mine at the beginning of each player's draw step. If Howling Mine's untapped, that player draws an additional card. The the nice thing about this is I find games that I get an early Howling Mine out are just phenomenal games for like the table and stuff, because it really does smooth the game out. People miss land drops way less. It lets everyone kind of play their cards, because I don't care if people like build a good deck, or I care if people have fun, right? And if you have more access to your cards, more access to the colors you need, then you're gonna have more fun. So Howling Mine's like one of my favorite in my opening hand. If I can get like a Soul Ring Howling Mine turn 1 card, like if I'm the first player and I from the game on, then we're having a great game. Everyone's wonderful, and no one cares I played Soul Ring.
Very, very, very true. After that, we have Tommy of the Crescent Moon for 2 blue. So double blue here. We have a legendary creature spirit. That's a 1/3. At the beginning of each player's draw step, that player draws an additional card. Holy smokes! This went up to $13.
I'm looking at this because again, this is let's be reminded of this. I play like this always. So this is a deck I have together. This is not a newly built deck for this event. I just like to play this. I like to play illegal parries all the time. So I promise you, when I built these, none of these cards were $13 and stuff like that's the. So many of them have like skyrocketed in price. It's crazy. Even the next one we have here, our Life's Legacy. Life's Legacy, $7. That shouldn't be a $7 card. That should be a dollar rare.
Yeah, like get out of town. $7 for this?
Yeah.
Come on. Like it's a great card. Don't get me wrong. It's a fun card, but still $7.
Yeah, we have our 1 and a green as an additional cost to cast it, sack a creature, Dugan. Draw cards equal to sack creature's power.
That can be a lot of cards for some decks, I have to say, though, for
Yeah,
2 mana.
it is a lot of card draw. Green is really performing here.
Yeah. Oh, man, oh, man, oh, man. Next one. This is another fun, expensive card. Well, not expensive card. It's a momentous fall for 2 double green. It's an instant. As an additional cost to cast a spell, you sacrifice a creature. All right. You draw a card equal to the sacrifice creature's power, then you gain life equal to its toughness. That part is what is insane because you cast it on something that's huge. It's like, okay, like, I was at 5, now I'm back to 40. Have fun, everyone. Oh, yeah, I get to draw like 12 cards.
Yeah, I'm back to 40 with 40 cards in my hand. So what's up,
Yeah, that's so stupid.
right? We have Mordekainen, 4 double blue. It's a planeswalker. It's 5 loyalty starting. +2, you draw 2 cards and put a card from your hand on the bottom of your library. So kind of almost like a brainstorm, but you put it down instead. -2, you create a blue dog illusion creature token with this power. Creature's power and toughness are equal to twice the number of cards in your hand, which is a pretty cool ability. If we're trying to throw stuff at our thing and we care about the number of cards, twice the number of cards in our hand is a pretty insane ability for a -2. And then it's -10 is simply exchange your hand and library, then shuffle. You get an emblem with no max hand size. Don't even worry about that.
A question for you. I have a question for you.
Mhm.
Okay, because this came up in my last play session. All right, I had Jace the Unraveler. So the one where like its emblem is like the first spell your opponent's cast is countered. And I'm like, look, guys, I just want a card draw and a bounce effect. I don't care about the emblem. Just leave it alone. Do you trust me or not? Do you trust that person or not?
No, I don't trust
How
that at
about
all.
that? If the person says, I'm not going to do the emblem, do you trust them or not? Do
I've
you go for the attack or not? Because
although
the
although I
whole
do say that, like,
the whole time people are attacking, I'm like, oh, like, and I'm playing along, being like, look, like you can hit it for 1 damage. Like they're trying to attack for 1 damage. Like it's just 1 damage. If you're just pumping it up, it's not a big deal. So I'm playing it up, right?
mhm,
I'm like, no, I don't want you to damage it, and I'm trying to prevent it. So everyone's trying to be like, oh, he's going for the emblem. He's lying. So we're gonna keep on doing it. And next thing you know, it gets to like 10, 12, 14 loyalty counters. And I'm still not doing the ultimate. I'm like, see, guys, see? But like, if you want to bait people out of like their stuff sometimes, you have to do stupid stuff like that.
yeah. Well, this is again the best ability on this is going to be the -2. Like the -2 on this is a crazy ability for when we're trying to fill our hand. Like the double cards in our hand is insane. So we do want that, and it is nice to have that. Like I won't use the emblem as a thing. And again, I probably don't want to exchange my hand and library. I'm going to be putting 50 cards back into my deck at that point.
Yeah, you probably don't want it anyway, so it makes no difference.
But it is a nice little piece of like I won't use it. Just leave him alone. He's just a boy.
Yeah. 100%. All right, let's go on to the next card here. I keep on going on tangents for obvious reasons. Next one we have is going to Rich Card's expertise for 4 double green. We have a sorcery here. Draw a card equal to the greatest power among creatures you control. You may cast a spell with mana value 5 or less from your hand without paying its mana cost. This is always a great card, always a fun card. Sure, it's 6 mana, but you tend to put this in things with a lot of power, and you're drawing a lot of cards. So
Y-
hey,
Yeah, you're going to get a lot in a game like this. You're going to get a lot of cards out from it. We have our Rites of Flourishing next, 2 and a green. At the beginning of each player's draw step, that player draws an additional card. Each player may play an additional land on each of their turns. We are group hugging.
best green card ever. No one gets upset when the Rites of Flourishing's out. Let's face it, everybody loves you. The next card we have here is going to be Soul's Magistry for 4 and a green. It's a sorcery. Target card. I'm sorry. Draw a card equal to the power of target creature you control. Ooh, this was in a pre-con that I have. I- I'm distracted.
Yep. It's a nice big piece of draw.
It is. It is.
We have our Tameo's Journal next, 5 colorless. At the beginning of your upkeep, investigate, which does help us out with our draw stuff and mana sink again. But it lets us sack 3 clues. And again, our commander makes clues. So oftentimes this can be online the minute we get our commander out. But tap, sack 3 clues, search your library for a card, put that card in your hand, then shuffle. A great little tutor. I like it.
Yeah, it's fun. Like people tend to forget that you can tutor things for 3 clues, but it's just nice that you get a clue every turn anyway. So it's really good for that. And then the next one we have here is going to be Teferi's Ageless Insight for 2 double blue. It's a legendary enchantment. If you would draw a card, except the first one you draw each turn, draw during your draw step, draw 2 cards instead. So this is like a powered down version of the archive.
Mhm. Yeah. We don't get the life gain, but we do get the extra
Card draw.
doubler. Yeah.
Yeah.
Next, we have just another. It's an investigate one, but I put my investigate into our draw section. It's Ulenwald Mysteries. It is Ulvenwald. I can't, whatever the word is. 2 and a green. It's an enchantment. Whenever non-token creature you control dies, you investigate. Donna's going to die a bunch. Our commander's going to die a bunch with stuff like Greater Good, Momentous Fall. A lot of these are sacrifice, right? And that gives us a clue token. So again, more draw. And whenever you sack a clue, create a 1/1 human soldier creature token. So kind of nice to be able to, out of the blue, turn these into, well, I'll dump 6 mana and I'll draw 3 cards, make 3 blockers.
That is really nice. That is really, really, really nice. Hmm. Maybe I'll look into making something out of that.
Fun card.
So
I
many
like it.
ideas. Speaking of ideas, we have the next card, Well of Ideas, for 5 and a blue. It's another enchantment here. When the Well of Ideas enters the battlefield, you draw 2 cards. Then, at the beginning of each other player's draw step, that player draws an additional card. As well, at the beginning of your draw step, draw 2 additional cards. This is a fun card when you can pull it off. Like, it just sucks that it's 6 mana, but still, you can get there.
Well, again, the fact that it's group hug, so people tend to leave it alone. It gives us 2 draw immediately, and then in our draw step we get 2 draw going forward. So it is a powerhouse, one of these cards. And in a draw deck, you tend to have a ton of mana because you're not going to miss your land drops. When you're drawing 7 cards a turn and you're not hitting a land, then okay, maybe it's time to increase the land count a little. Not much, just a little. We'll go to 34.
Just a little. You and Slavi playing 33 lands. I don't know how you guys can play such a blasphemous deck constantly.
That's fair. We've got our windfall next. It's 2 and a blue. Each player discards their hand, then draws cards equal to the greatest number of cards a player discarded this way. That's gonna be us. We're gonna have the most cards. It's gonna be very fun to make people draw 40 cards. It also does make a wild game. I don't like, again, notoriously, I don't really put a ton of removal in. The next section is removal. There's 1 card in it, and there is a reason for 1 card. So generally speaking, a card like Windfall to me is a political tool. I don't have a way to deal with this, and I'm like, okay, well, like I'll windfall us so that we can get to it and stuff. I'm trying to trade, like, okay, I know Sherman has answers. Sherman, if I windfall, can you maybe deal with this? And often, yes, maybe I'm gonna get board wiped for it too. But if you don't have answers, you got to make these deals sometimes, right?
Yep, 100%.
All right, our removal
So
section,
that's
Sherman.
all. Yeah. So now in removal, we have the 1 card. It's gonna be the nice, the strong, the powerful, the big red card, Blasphemous Act for 8 in a red. It's a sorcery. This spell costs 1 less to cast for each creature on the battlefield, and Blasphemous Act deals 13 damage to each creature. It's even more fun when you have your commander Donna Noble on the battlefield.
Yeah, this is a 1 mana 13 damage lightning bolt. Power creeps out of control,
Yeah, pretty much.
right? Back in my day, lightning bolt was 3 damage.
this is such a brutal card with the commander Donna. It's like 13 to like just someone just out of the blue, just cause.
13 while you get your field of tokens wiped, it adds wild insult to injury. It's not only do I lose the
That's true.
creatures, right? Like not
That's
only
true.
it already feels bad because it's a pretty safe bet you're killing everything on the field. Our commander, our Dugan might survive, but it's pretty safe that it's gonna wipe the field with everything. But if you're the player that gets that Donna trigger to the face while you also lose all your creatures, that's gonna hurt. That's gonna hurt deeply. It's personal then.
So my my suggestion to people if they're when they're if they're listening, when you have like your play group, like I say, play to your meta, right? If your play group does a lot of things like this, like blasphemous act and all that stuff, like a lot of board wipes that deal like damage in that sense, your best bet is to play with silly cards that they don't see. So things like Saving Grace. Okay, Saving Grace is like a one in a white. It's an enchantment aura. You can cast it at flash speed, so which is really nice because all you do is you attach it to a creature, and all damage dealt to you and creatures you control are dealt to that one creature with Saving Grace on it instead. So you're basically, if you stick it on something that has indestructible, it's even better. You're saving your board, right?
Yes, Saving
But
Grace, a
it,
Martyrdom, any of those kind of cards are very cool.
yeah. So like once again, have stuff like this. People constantly play with Blasphemous Act. You know that, right? Start playing to the meta. So and then you'll see you might not see success, but those times when you do, it's so much fun. Everyone just remembers it, right? Like they say, 70% of the time it works 100% of the time, right?
Right? The I just pulled up on the other screen here. This is a card I think people should play way more. It's Comeuppance. I need such a big stack of it. The 3 and a white prevent all damage to be dealt to you and planeswalkers you control this turn from sources you don't control. If damage from a creature source is prevented this way, it deals that much damage to that creature. If damage from a non-creature source is prevented this way, deals that much damage to the source's controller. I love Comeuppance. It is so good. I really, really like it. It's, I attack your board. Okay, well, all your creatures take that damage. I fireball you for infinite. Well, now you're dead. It's playing like those weird cards that no
Yeah.
one ever sees is so fun.
Yeah, like the and those weird cards tend to be so cheap. Like another one I like that's both offensive and defensive in this sense is Dominaria's Judgment, right? That's a two and a white. A card for a two and a white. It's an instant. Until the end of turn, creatures you control gain protection from white if you control plains, from blue if you control an island, from black if you control a swamp, red if you control a mountain, and green if you control a forest. So if
Yeah,
you're playing five colors, this is dope. It's so good. Is it situational? 100% it's situational. Do I care? No. Why? Because it's still really fun, especially if you're playing this is really effective still if you're in a three-color deck. Okay. Three colors, the chances of you you know, stopping something or helping your board state is phenomenal, right? Because they're just missing two colors. Who cares? So anyways, we once again we go on tangents. You guys love us. I know that.
this section's called the
So
next one we got here. It's ways to trigger Donna. None of these really trigger Donna, but Fiend Lash is going to just double up our Donna effect. So it's one and red. Equipped creature gets 2-0 in reach. Whenever equipped creature is dealt damage, it deals damage equal to its power to target player or planeswalker, and it equips for 2 and a red. Again, a phenomenal thing to give Donna.
Fiend Lash is just really fun, especially in Go decks.
Yeah, right.
Uh, the next one is gonna be a Naiath of the Dire Hunt for two double green. We have a legendary creature, a human warrior. That's a 3/3. Whenever one or more creatures you control fight or becomes blocked, draw a card. At the beginning of combat on your turn, you may pay two and a gruel. If you do, double target creature's power until end of turn. That creature must be blocked this combat if able.
Yeah.
That's a fun card. Wow, it's an expensive card. It's a fun card though.
It should be over in my pump section. I'm going to move it to the pump section. Where is my
Fair.
pump? There we go. All right, it's over in
Just
pump
gotta
now.
remember it for later on.
Yeah, pretend you didn't see it there, but, the draw is kinda nice. The other nice thing as well is, that card is kind of my backup for if somebody gets Dugan in a way I can't get rid of him, like imprisons him by the moon and I can't sacrifice because I can sacrifice creatures if you Kenriths it or dark steal it, right? But I can't really I don't really have a ton of ways around a imprisoned in the moon kind of ability, right? So the fact that I can just sit there and double Donna's power and you must block it because I do have a lot of power doublers. Like we can get don't get it twisted. Donna can kill people too. Like not just with the ability. We can pump Donna up enough that like either you're gonna die to the attack or you're gonna die to blocking her. Either way. Next, our section is when I draw. So we have Erdwall Illuminator first. It's one and a blue. It's a flying spirit, 1/3. Whenever you investigate for the first time each turn, investigate an additional time. Investigate is still my draw, so it's in there.
That's fair. The next one is a card I love to play. It's going to be Ethereal Investigator for 3 and a blue. It's a creature spirit. That's a 2/3. That's flying. When the investigator enters the battlefield, investigate X times, where X is the number of opponents you have. Whenever you draw your second card each turn, create a 1/1 white spirit creature token with flying.
I like that one. Next, we have
I
Improbable
like it a
Alliance.
lot. It's a fun card.
We have our Improbable Alliance next. I like this card a lot. I just put it in a lot of decks. It's one blue, one red. Whenever it's an enchantment, whenever you draw your second card each turn, you create a 1/1 blue fairy creature token with flying, which is great. And then it has 4/1 red, one blue, draw a card, then discard a card. I don't ever really use that. It just passively spits out these little fairies for me to block with.
After that, we have the Mad Ratter for 3 and a red. It's a creature goblin that's a 1/2. Whenever you draw your second card each turn, create two 1/1 black rat creature tokens. Nice.
Rat Town. We also have our Nadir Kraken. One and double blue for a 2/3. Whenever you draw a card, you may pay one. If you do, you put a 1/1 counter on the Nadir Kraken, and then you make a 1/1 blue tentacle creature token. Again, a great mana dump and a way to fill your board with these little 1/1s. And then the Kraken also becomes just huge.
I really, really wish this was a commander, in all honesty. This would have
Honestly,
been a fun
it'd be a
commander for them.
very fun commander. I think Watcher in the Water is
Yeah.
kind of similar, but I don't think really. I don't
What
thi-
Watcher in the Water is kind of similar. The only problem with Watcher in the Water is like it comes in with like 8 or 9 stun counters on it, right? So you have to like constantly like find a way to either get rid of the stun counters or like get to the untap or untapping in the Watcher in the Water,
what a
so you can remove a stun counter.
What a crazy piece of card
Right?
knowledge to just know that that card does enter with 9 stun counters. What a wild thing that you know off the top of your head there. I love fun card
It's
knowledge.
like 8 or 9 or something like that, dude. Like I'm sorry.
It's really funny. It's Watcher of the Waters, 3 double blue, 9/9 that enters with 9 stun counters. Whenever you draw a card during an opponent's turn, you get a 1/1 blue tentacle creature token. And whenever a tentacle you dies, untap up to one target Kraken and put a stun counter on one target non-land permanent. It's not quite the nadir, but it's close.
Yeah, it's close. Like because like you're trying to untap it, and especially on an opponent's turn, so you get the tentacles. But still, the fact that you have 9 stun counters, so like it enters the battlefield and it's basically useless, right? It's useless for like until you get rid of these stun counters. So how do you do that? And you're in mono blue. Like if you're in blue white, okay, I can understand that. Or even blue black, I can still get past that. But just mono blue is really, really difficult.
If you're splashed with a green, like you're splashed with a green deck and
Then
you have a Seedborn Muse out, it's still obnoxious to get those stun counters off.
it 100% yes,
It
yes. But
nine
we're not in any color. We're just in mono blue.
yeah, nine
So
is quite
it
the how many games go to 9, right?
yeah. Like but that's the thing. That's only if you untap, right? Because like the sun counters go away when you try to untap the watcher in the water, right? So let's say you have like intruder alarm, okay, and you are able to create a tentacle on someone's turn, great. That creature comes in, and then you would remove a stun counter, and and on and on and on, because and that would get rid of it. But other than that, it's like you have to get things like feed from the reel, or whatever. Once again, we're going on
You've got to be
tangents. Anyways,
splashed
let's
with like
keep going.
white and have solemnity or something. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I said if we had white. But anyways, the next card we're going to talk about another group hug card here.
Yeah, the Bumbleflower
That's
group
gonna
hug.
be-
It's even the set symbol from the Bumbleflower deck.
yeah, it was in Bumbleflower. Hence it's group hug, right? It's got to be group hug. It's Psychosis Crawler. It's for
Insane.
5 mana. Artifact creature Phyrexian Horror. Its power and toughness are equal to the number of cards in your hand, and whenever you draw a card, each opponent loses 1 life. Hey, it's group hug because it was in group hug deck, right?
That's group hug if I've ever seen group hug. It's yeah. What a
Yeah,
what a
yeah.
wild set. Next we have our wizard class. It's 1 blue in enchantment. It's class enchantment. First level you have no max hand size, great. 2 and a blue to get to level 2. When it becomes level 2, you draw 2 cards, so that's okay. And you can also gain the level only as a sorcery. And then it's level 3 is you pay 4 and a blue. Whenever you draw a card, you put a 1/1 counter on target creature you control, which is great.
And it for that section. We're on to the next section, which is going to be pump. We're going to pump up the creatures here.
Bump up the jam.
Pump up the gem. And the first card we got here for pumping up is going to be choose your weapon for 2 in the green. It's an instant. Choose one. We have 2 weapon fighting. Double target creature's power and toughness until end of turn. Ooh, that's fun. And then we have archery. This spell deals 5 damage to target creature with flying. Eh, okay, but I like the 2 weapon fighting more.
Oh yeah. Again, like I said, we can still kill people with Donna. Donna can get pretty crazy. But yeah, the
That's
ability
true.
to
That's
to
true.
double, yeah. Our next one is another doubler here. We have our exponential growth, which is so fun to cast. If you're sitting there threatening the whole time, if you're threatening like, all right, Brian, you're getting this Dugan punch. This coming to you. Dugan's punching Donna, and I'm damaging you. You're like, okay, he has 10 cards in hand. I cast exponential growth. XX green green until end of turn, double target creature's power X times. Well, that's a problem.
Ooh, sorry. You know what'd be fun is Tifa's limit break in this deck. That'd be fun because then you could you have the choice of either giving it a +2/+2, or doubling the power, or tripling the power.
Oh, that is I didn't even think about that card. That's a great card for this deck.
Yeah, that's a fun card. Granted, tripling it costs a lot of mana, or it takes a lot of mana, but who cares? You're in green.
Tifa's Limit Break. The-
Tifa's limit break. So there's 3 sections. It's an instant. It's a single green. Okay. So should be somersault for 0. Target creature gets plus. Oh, sorry, it's tiered. That's what it's tiered. So at 0, okay, it's somersault. Target creature gets +2/+2 until end of turn. Then you have meteor strike, which is 2 mana. Okay, so 3 total. Double target creature's power and toughness until end of turn. And then for 8 mana, so 6 in the green plus T, the original spell for green, so 6 double green. Triple target creature's power and toughness till end of turn. Triple, triple. It's so much fun. It's well worth it.
yeah. I definitely have no problem with that one at all. Where's my button? There we go. Yeah, back to that. I've thrown this into the I've thrown this over into our sideboard until I have one to put in.
Maybe.
You take our next one here, Sherman. I'm just moving a camera
Oh,
angle around here.
all right, no worries. Okay, the next one we have here is going to be Hand of Vecna for 3 mana. Legendary artifact equipment. Um, at the beginning of combat on your turn, equipped creature or a creature you control named Vecna gets +X/+X until end of turn, where X is the number of cards in your hand. It has the equip, pay 1 life for each card in your hand. Oh, at least it has another one that's equip cost of 2. But equip cost of pay. You know what? Hmm. That gives me an idea.
Oh,
That's because I'm trying to build a Mr. Negative deck.
okay. I like it.
So yeah, I don't mind paying one life for each card in my hand if I want to lose life. So actually, that's a nice card. I
It is a
like that.
cool I like using it in, like, the Belladross style decks, Belladross, Teval, those kinda things.
Yeah. Or oh, that's so brutal.
Yeah, right? It is very fun. We have next a Intercom Outer Strength, very fun. 2 and a green. Instant arcane target creature gets XX until end of turn, where X is the number of cards in your hand. Again, just our ability.
Ooh. And then after that we have Jorel. I can't pronounce the second word. Recluse. For one and a green. Legendary creature, human druid, is a 1/2. Whenever you draw your second card each turn, create a 2/2 green cat creature token. But for 6 mana, so 4 double green, until end of turn, creatures you control have base power and toughness XX, where X is the number of cards in your hand.
The nice pump. It doesn't really change anything for our Dugan, but it does make our Donna huge.
Yeah, and like the fact that we're drawing two from time to time because we're a group hug and we're creating cat tokens, it's really, really, really nice.
Mhm. Yeah, just exactly. It's passive for draw. It's a very low investment of 2 mana, right? We have next Unleash Fury,
Exactly.
which is our 1 and a red. Instant, double the power of target creature until end of turn. It is a punch card. It had to go in thematically.
Oh, so perfect. Okay. Um, Next one we have here is going to be Unnatural Growth for 1 and 4 green mana. So 5 mana total. It's an enchantment. At the beginning of each combat, double the power and toughness of each creature you control until end of turn. This is such a fun card. It's brutal. It's brutal, but it's so much fun.
In extra combat decks, it really does just get kind of out of hand.
Yeah, it's really, really crazy.
But I do like that
So
it
it's
trigger it.
hard to find this card.
Yeah, well, it's right. It's so cool. It's the fact that it triggers like everyone's turn. That's okay. You don't even look this way for combat. I
Yeah,
go to combat. All right, my creatures are huge. All right, I'm leaving him alone. He's cool.
yeah.
We have next our finishers. This should be our final category, and this is ways to just finish the game out real quick. Obviously, our Donna and Dugan, we can get through with like a commander damage. The commander's huge. We have a lot of ability to nuke people with Donna, but what if that's not working for us? Well, what can we do? Here's our finishers. So let me start us off with Altar of Dementia. 2 colorless, sack a creature, target player puts a number of cards equal to the sack creature's power from the top of their library into their graveyard. That's hugely problematic. That is a huge mill for people.
Yeah, that's so brutal. That's so brutal. So they need to reprint that. Altered Dementia is so good.
Hmm.
The next one you don't see too often. It's going to be Bulwark for 3 double red. It's an enchantment. During your upkeep, Bulwark deals 1 damage to target opponent for each card in your hand greater than the number of cards in that player's hand. So if I have 4 cards in my hand, and Daniel, for some unknown reason, has like 64 cards in their hand, then I'm taking 60 damage.
Right? I think there was an
That's
errata
so
on it,
brutal.
but I have to see quickly.
So brutal.
Okay, yeah, it is. It is just one target. But yeah, Bulwark is still a very cool enchantment. When you're doing a draw deck and you've got so much sitting there, it is just like a nice huge nuke at the beginning of your upkeep for everyone. Next, we have a Fateful
Yeah.
Showdown here. 2 double red. It's an instant. It deals damage to target creature or player equal to the number of cards in your hand. You discard all the cards in your hand, then draw that many cards. So you wheel yourself away, and yeah, it's pretty cool that way.
After that, we have Feed the Pack for 5 and a green. It's an inner enchantment. At the beginning of your end step, you may sacrifice a non token creature. If you do, create X 2/2 green wolf creature tokens where X is the sacrifice creature's toughness. That's really, really interesting.
Yeah, so again, we need to throw Dugan away to reactivate the ability, right? Because we can only like, let's say that we are big enough. We've got 40 cards in hand. We can only do the punch once, then the punch is offline. We have to get rid of that to recast it, but we're kind of dead in the water until, right? Like we've nuked one player, but everyone's now seen that we're blasting people like this. They're gonna come at us. End step, we feed the pack, we make 42 twos. That kind of changes their threat assessment a little.
Yeah, 100% it does.
We've got a simple fling
Your
next.
next card.
You gotta. It's really fun. So we whap Donna. We kill player one. We one in a red as an additional cost to sack it. Sack a creature deals damage equal to the sack creature's power to any target. We get a nice 2-for-1.
Fling is so much fun. I love Fling. Uh, Next one we have just as much fun in many ways. Gra- uh, Gravitic Punch for 3 in a red. Oh, I could not pronounce that for a second. Sorcery. Target creature you control deals damage equal to its power to target player. The best part is it has Jumpstart. You may cast this card from your graveyard by discarding a card in addition to paying its other cost. Then exile this card. So you get to do this twice.
What a threat to just to I punched we greatest punch in history, player one's dead. Gravitic punch, player two's dead. Well, well, well. I cast Dugan and Gravitic punch again. That's the flavor win in the
So
deck.
so good.
We have Kazuo's Fury, which is just one of our modal lands. 2 in a red. As an additional cost to sack it, cast it, you sack it. Kazuo's Fury deals damage equal to the sack creature's power to any target, which is again our wonderful. Again, we're throwing Dugan at people at this point.
All right. After that, hopefully that you guys can hear me.
Yeah.
There's some noise going outside my window. We have Master the Way for 3 and a blue and a red. So sorcery. Draw a card. Master the Way deals damage to target creature or player equal to the number of cards in your hand. Hmm. That seems interesting.
Blast. Yeah. It's like I said, we have a lot of these things. Like there's a lot of, and we also have a lot of like cool cards, like the that really care about this damage and stuff, right? Like we can always, if we don't want to just kill someone yet, right? Like we can Casual's Fury Dugan at the body of knowledge and like draw 40 more cards, and I've got 80 cards in hand. I just want to see how big the power can be, right? We have our Furic Blast next. 3 in a red for an instant. As an additional cost, you sack it. It deals damage equal to the sack creature's power to any target, and you get a draw.
And then after that, we have Spiraling Embers for 3 and a red. It's a sorcery that's an arcane spell as well. It deals damage to target creature or player equal to the number of cards in your hand.
And our final one, our final card of the day, is the funniest way to kill people. It's 1 red mana, Thud. As an additional cost to cast it, you sack a creature. Thud deals damage equal to sack creature's power to any target. To just be like, okay, well, at least I didn't get the punch of destiny. Thud. It's like
It is so much fun.
it's we have a lot, and then like I said, our lands are they're nothing special, just a few things. We do have a high market to sack a creature and gain a life, just so that we can. Again, we need to have access to our ability, so sometimes we just have to get rid of it. We also have Amir in the Moaning Well, which is another expensive land. You don't need to have that in there, but it's sack a creature, you gain life equal to its toughness. If you can afford one of those, it is a really nice card. Oh, 3 in a tap, sorry, sack. But it is really nice to be able to save yourself because of the gigantic creature toughness powers we have in this deck with our Psychosis Crawler, Body of Knowledge, etc. Right? Yeah, there's nothing else super. And then that Tifa's Limit Break has got to go in there. Triple creature's power is just too cool. But yeah, that is my illegal pairing deck for the year and stuff. I really like because again, it is thematic and stuff. The fact that like we have a card that is able to like nuke our like pseudo brash taunter in it, that gives us like a nice teamer like draw. It's kind of group hug. It's easy to get around. Like the hey guys, let me play. We're having fun. I'm gonna group hug the table a bit because you are. There's a lot of group hug cards, a lot of draw in it. I just I like it, and it is fun to just like sit and like threaten the table. Just be like you me just I'm I'm coming for you. And Duke, this most important punch in the history, it is activate only once, but it is not at sorcery speed. It's you want to board wipe me? Die. Die for your insolence. Brian like is the kind of player too that every time like Brian doesn't respond to those threats, I'm like, he's like, I'll cast a board wipe. I'll kill you while I'm casting it. Well, all right, you're dead. Doesn't resolve. Well, I didn't see that coming. Yeah. But no, that's my illegal deck. This is how I'm earning my this is how I'm earning my Gilded Lotus this year. And yeah, that's my story. Sherman, your thoughts on the deck quick?
Overall, it seems like a really, really, really fun deck. Just because, like, like you're threatening everyone. Like when you have things like a brash taunter or a stuffy doll or things like that out on the field, people are always worried. They're always scared, right? And it's just fun because like the damage can kind of come out of anywhere, just straight to your face, and you could like die instantly. Like it's almost like you know, almost as just as bad as like infinite combos because you never know when it's coming,
Mm-hmm.
right? So, and it's just fun playing like that because people don't really want to attack you or they have to waste their removal spells on your commander. So like it gives you a chance to bring out things that like people should worry about or but they don't because they don't understand like what your deck is really like doing. And then you have like side things like folio fancies for like or like ultra dementia things like on the side that like can win. So like overall, it's a fun deck.
Yeah, like because
It's
there's some
a
life
lot,
gain decks.
a lot of sorry.
There's some life gain decks you won't get around. Like if somebody's got like 1500 life or something, like a crazy like you're not gonna Dugan
Yeah,
punch them to death with that, right? You need something else to do.
no, you're not gonna be the yeah. So you definitely have to have find other ways, and milling is like the one of the best ways to beat someone. So, but overall, like it seems like it's gonna be a really really good time for you. I don't know about everyone
I
else,
have a great
but it
time.
seems like it's gonna be a good time.
I have a good time playing this deck because I like I said, I do play it a little bit like a group hug deck and a draw deck, and I like excess, right? So I'm like I want to have 80 cards in hand, so I'm not ending the game as quick as I can oftentimes. But it's hilarious to be like, I punch your Nyx Bloom Ancient for 15. Yeah, just you get no Seedborn Muse. I will Dugan and destroy it with this, right? Like because it's again it's fun. The Dugan already is toward creatures, and the Donna is to opponents. Never cross Donna.
Yeah, never.
Yeah,
But yeah, I like it.
yeah. It's like I said, I'll do a budget version of it because there is like a few expensive pieces in there that are easily replaceable with like another
You,
a few. There's a few. I'm sure probably if I change 10 cards, I can get this down to like $100. Wink, wink.
you, I have a challenge for all of us. We should build a deck tech where every single card is a reserve list card.
You have my attention.
Well, because like not every single reserve list card is a strong, powerful card. Like remember like a few years ago, I had to like go through so much trouble finding a mountain goat
Yeah.
because it's on a reserve list. It's a mountain goat. It's a single red that's 1/1. It's a goat and it has mountain walk. That's all I wanted it for. Mountain walk.
Connor is my brother is making a deck he's calling it his reading rainbow deck. And it's for all the reading the card explains the cards. It's just a 5 color deck with all of the worst worded cards that like exist in Magic, like just gigantic like wordy responses to be like this creature does this, like it's all like silly, it's all junk cards, but I was looking through his deck while he's like putting it together, and I was just laughing. Like, there's so many words on these cards. Like, it's crazy, and it's all weird. Like, you'd love it. He's got like banding stuff in there, so that he has to explain what banding is, and the yeah,
I love banding. I love it.
yeah.
I like yeah. Just it's see stuff like that. Like once again, people should like you should have like decks that are strong, competitive, and all that stuff. Okay, I get it, but you gotta have those times when you have those decks where you are super casual. You have a theme. You want to joke around. That's what really makes Magic fun. It's
Mhm.
not the winning part. I know people will say no, winning is very important. Yes, I'm not saying it's not important. I'm saying that having fun and interacting with people in ways that they could probably never have imagined. That's more fun, in my opinion, because you're not just playing a game, you're giving them an experience, and people remember experiences.
When I see silly things, it's my favorite thing in Magic. I love to see a silly concept work. I love to be surprised by cards. I love to like Sherman for a long time was putting in counter spells in off colors, right? Like a lot of the off color. I love to be surprised by like nonsense like that that I just don't see coming. I'm like, all right, that's pretty good. Hey, that's pretty good.
Yeah, you don't get how can I say this? Um, you get more creative the more you push yourself and you limit yourself, right?
Yep.
So and you start to look at other cards just because you want to do certain concepts, right? So it's like sure we could build like the same deck with the same like 70 cards and then 30 of them are different.
Yeah,
Or
this is this
or
token deck. This is this token deck, and they have a huge overlap. Both have doubling season, both have parallel lives, right?
Yeah, like we've seen it all, we've done it all. Like eventually, you get bored of doing the same thing again and again. So you gotta experiment, and experimenting is half the fun, right? Just try stuff. Like I know, you know, in the commander format, we don't have a sideboard, but you know what? I still have a sideboard myself personally because I'm like, okay, I don't know, I'm not sure about these 6 cards. Okay, so I'm gonna play this deck like for a month, and then in that month, I'm going to take out 2 cards and I put in these other 2 cards. They're not performing, and I keep on switching it out. Right? You don't like just because someone says you can't do something doesn't mean you shouldn't just do it.
Yeah.
You can still do it, but you're still just follow the rules. Don't be like, okay, I'm playing this one card that says I can play from like a card that's like from my sideboard. Oh, I have a sideboard kind of deal. No, just have a sideboard just because you can, you know, swap things in and out to test your deck more and hone it. But like you
Well,
get more creative
it is nice
when
to really
limits
quick
and everything. That's how you get these fun decks.
Really quick, it is nice to have a sideboard. If you only have a few decks and stuff and you want to be more consistent, more competitive and stuff, and you have a sideboard and you're like, people want to play like a more casual game and stuff. Okay, let me swap my tutors out to like a few of these cards. I'll take like my more powerful stuff out. Here goes my Seedborn, here goes my Smothering Ties, here goes that, and I'll throw these in. Like the bracket system is great for that because then, okay, now we're playing more watered down. It's going to be less consistent. It's going to be more fun. Like if you're sideboarding to be like, oh well, Sherman's playing enchantments, let me swap in enchantment removal, enchantment removal, enchantment removal, right? Like then that's not fun. But yeah, testing your decks, trying out new things. Like the most fun I have is trying out a play style or like a deck idea that I hadn't thought of. Like I love when people like I love when I'm wrong about a mechanic and then I see like a cool deck with it, like a mutate deck or something, and I'm like, man, I gotta try that. That looks pretty cool. Like it just I like seeing fun, creative things. And yeah, I have a lot of fun playing this deck. I played it a bunch of times. It is really fun. It to me at least gets a good laugh. You gotta have a good sense of humor. But if you if you aren't good at like playing with the table and explaining like, hey, like this is a silly deck, it's not gonna be because like I said, you can't pair these two like overpowered things and then expect that people are gonna let you play those things. You got to be reasonable with it, right? Like, but Unofficial commanders, illegal pairs, like my Rosie and Mariodoc is still one of my favorite decks. It's so fun to play. It's just a food deck. Like it's nothing crazy overpowered. I like playing cool stuff. I like playing silly things. I do want to try though. I now that we're thinking about it, I do want to try a Watcher in the Water deck. I don't know how I'd get it to work in a way that makes any sense, but
Yeah, like I said, like for that, like your best things are going to be like things that untap constantly. So intruder alarm's your best bet, things like that, right? But there's like nothing really that just removes the counters off the bat,
I
right?
guess
So
you could go into like blue has a lot of artifact and you could like artifact search. You could like go and try and get your Sundial of the Infinite so you can end the turn before those counters are put on in the first place, but it's a lot of hoops to jump through simply to get a 9/9. I think you can just get a 9/9 for better.
the like even if you do the sundown, like because it's an ETB, right? So like it doesn't really matter for that. All you care about is like finding ways to untap on your opponent's turns. That's actually the best way in my I like to believe that the best way to do it, right? Is just finding ways to untap on your opponent's turns constantly. So you're looking for things like like that you normally would use for untapping. So like things like lawful or like the Fate Stitcher, things like that, right? We're just like tap to untap, you know, target creature or permanent, blah blah blah. So like you treat them as like sort of like ramp cards at the same time because you can untap like artifacts and anything, and then on every, everyone else's turns, if you have time, you just try to untap during their turns to get the 9/9.
Yeah.
But it's just the fact that like you don't really care that like you shouldn't have to care that your commander's untapped. It's like how can I abuse it while it's tapped? That's probably a better way of doing it, right? So you have things like throne like of the promise, whatever. I can't remember what it was like, but like it's a artifact from Amonkhet,
Yep.
where like for each creature you have that's tapped, your opponents take that much damage,
Oh,
right?
throwing the
Which
god
is
throw, yeah.
great for like any kind of like mana dork deck, like Raga Draga, for example, right? You just tap all your mana dork, and then everyone's taking like all a bunch of damage. But like just finding things like that is probably more helpful, or like things like false floor, where like actually wait, that's for tapped creature to destroy. Never mind. Anyways,
We could tangent this one for a while. Let me hit our music here. Um, if you like any of these cards that we were just talking about and you want some of the more expensive stuff, go over to houseofcards.ca, promo code IT99. It's going to get you a discount. You're going to be able to find all these Anvil, Bow Gardens, and other fancy reserve list cards you want, as well as any of the other newer kind of things. If you like getting cards, then it's a great place to go. Promo code IT99 is going to get you a discount. And if you want cool spots to put these great sleeves, great playmats, home for your playmats, playmat sanctuaries, and like I love the little like commander zones, like the essential kits are so good. I really enjoy drawing. I'm not good at drawing, but I do love to draw the with the dry erase tokens. Pretty fun. So yeah, if you ever want any of those things, go over to nerdgear.ca. Promo code IT9 is going to get you a discount there as well, and it's another great company to support. So I've been more than happy. They're nothing but good people over there. So it is wonderful, and their sleeves just are phenomenal. I really like them, and I need more of them. And then yeah, last but not least, like, share, subscribe. It really does help us out. It helps us get noticed. People can see more and do more. Thank you guys for listening. And if you want to directly support us, Patreon's a great spot to do it. Come over. It's join for pretty much as little as $1. Come hang out with us, build decks with us, chat spoilers, and yeah. Thank you so much, everyone. Have a wonderful week. You get the music.
right, later.
Bye bye.